PPT because first time I using the what Google Meet after your what induction program. Okay. Thank you, Gaurav, for your feedback. So did we have seen electrical analogy? Okay. Then we have applied the electrical analogy to the what? The slab. Then we have find out uh, the conductive resistance. We have to arrange in such a way that there will be Q and delta T. Whatever below delta T, that will be what? Resistance. So we have to compare Q is equal to delta T by anything is equal to what? I is equal to delta V by R. So R you have found out that is what? Conductive resistance delta X by Ka that we have seen. Then we have seen the conductive resistance also. Okay, that is what 1 by HA that we have seen convective, sorry, not conductive, we have seen convective resistance also, that is 1 by HA. Then we have applied the this electrical analogy to what the first of all hollow cylinder and then to hollow sphere. Okay, and this is what our finding out for the three object that we have taken. So for a first, this will be a this will be a Fourier's law. We have converted Fourier's law. Okay, and whatever this one is what, this is a delta X by Ka. It is what? R thermal. Understood? Then again, this is a Fourier law for cylinder, and Q is equal to delta T by this term, and this term nothing but what? R thermal. Likewise, we have done for the sphere also. So we have seen the thermal resistance for sphere, cylinder and slab in last lecture. I think there should be no problem regarding this. Okay. So now you should know that the R thermal resistance for slab is delta X by Ka. R thermal for cylinder should be ln Ro by Ri divided by 2 pi Lk, and R thermal for hollow sphere, okay, this is a hollow sphere, it should be delta T divided by Ro minus Ri divided by 4 pi K Ro Ri. Okay, you should know all this now formulae. Therefore, I am emphasizing on you should sit with the pen and register, don't sit idle, otherwise you are doing time pass. Then again, this is what the summary of that. You should know the now formula of conductive resistance for slab, hollow cylinder and for hollow sphere. If any doubt, please ask me any question. If you have any question, if you have gone through the what this expression, if you have realized that, you would have faced some problem. If you have any doubt, let me know. Then now we will move up further, and we will now come to the most important part of this first chapter, that is what? The series and parallel arrangement. Now you know the electrical circuit. In electrical circuit, if the resistors or the resistance are connected in series. Now here, if you see, this is the first resistance, this is the first resistance, second resistor, fourth resistor, and sorry, third and fourth. All these four resistors are in series. Understood? So whenever resistors are in series, what is happening? The voltage is what? get divided, and total voltage is what total voltage between this point, it will be what summation of all voltage. Total voltage between these 2 points will be summation of all voltage. Understood? So V total is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4. Now what is the current? What is the current? Current remain constant throughout each resistor. What will remain constant? Or throughout each circuit, what will remain constant? The current will remain constant. Okay, so I total, whatever the current is flowing throughout this circuit, will be equal to what? I1 equal to I2 here equal to, suppose I1 here, I2 here, I3 and I4. So total current flows equal to what? I1, I2, I3, I4. Now this you have seen, I think in school days in 10th standard you have studied this one. And what are the resistance in series equal to what? R total is equal to summation of all resistance. Okay. Therefore, what is the Ohm's law for series? V1 equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2, V3 is equal to IR3, V4 is equal to IR4. Current remains same, and therefore you can calculate the value of I from V1 divided by R1 as well as V2 is equal to I2 as well as V3 is equal to I3. Understood? So this is the concept of what? The resistors or resistance which are in what series. Now same is applicable to what? The heat transfer also, the conductive, especially the conductive heat transfer. How? Now if you considered any wall, if you considered the wall of your house, okay, now the wall of house, okay, it is a made up of a number of things. First there is a brick structure. First there is a brick structure, and outside the brick structure what is there? Then there is a cement. Then outside cement what is there? Then there is a what? Suppose gypsum, है ना? You are doing putting gypsum, and then you apply color. So how many things are there? Bricks. For brick, then after brick there is cement, after cement there is gypsum, and after gypsum there is a what? There is a color. So how heat will pass through this wall? How the heat will pass through the wall? First that heat will pass to what? First color, then gypsum, then cement, and then what? The brick structure. Okay, so all these four materials, that what I am saying in wall, they are in what? They are in series. They are in series. Understood? So now we are going to see the heat transfer in composite structure. I have given you example of wall. Wall is not made up of a cement only. Okay, it has a number of things. I told you there are number of layers on wall. Just like that, if you see the refrigerator, in the refrigerator there are number of layers to stop the heat transfer from the refrigerator to the outside. There are number of layers attached on the refrigerator. So that is also what? Now heat transfer in composite structure. Are you getting? So now we are starting very important topic, that is heat transfer in composite structure. Now here, suppose this is the first wall. Okay, this is the first slab, not wall. This is the first slab. This first slab has a thermal conductivity of K1, and the thickness of this slab is B1. This first slab is connected to second slab. The thermal conductivity of the second slab it will different. It will be K2. Okay, and what is thickness is a B2. Are you getting? Then we are talking about third slab. Again, third slab is attached to the second slab. What is the thermal conductivity? K3. And what is the thickness? B3. So these different thermal slab of different conductivity and of different thickness are now joined together. Understood? And after joining this together, now we are passing the what? Heat. We are passing the heat. Understood? We are passing the heat. Now the T1 here. Okay, now this is the one structure. After combining all the three slabs together of different material, this will be one structure. This is now one structure. So suppose inlet temperature is T1 and outlet temperature is T4. So T1 is suppose greater than T4. Then what will happen? The heat will transfer. The heat will transfer through this composite structure. Are you getting? The heat will transfer through this composite structure. Now, these slabs are connected in what? These slabs are connected. These slabs are connected in what? In series. In series now. So, in series, if you remember, what is the current? Current is equal to heat transfer. Current transfer is equal to heat transfer. And you have seen the current in series through each resistance, it remains same. So just like this one, the heat transfer will remain same. Are you getting? So first now heat will be transferred here. So this is the T1 temperature. That T1 temperature will drop to T2. Okay, will drop to T2 here at the interface. Then that temperature will be dropped to T3. And then that temperature will finally drop to T4. Understood? Now here, can you apply the Fourier law? Here, can you apply the Fourier law? Yes. So here we can see the Q. Okay, Q is equal to what? K1 A1. This is a Fourier's law. This is a what? Fourier's law. Now we are applying Fourier's law. So what will be Q? Q equal to K1 A1 T1 minus T2. We are considering first slab. Heat transfer through first slab is equal to what? T1 minus T2 divided by B1. I have not included negative sign because it is not T2 minus T1. It is a T1 minus T2. Likewise, okay, what will be heat again? It will be again K2A2. A2 is what? Surface area perpendicular to heat transfer. T2 minus T3 divided by B2. This is a Fourier's law for second slab. And similarly, for third slab, K3A3 is into T3 minus T4 divided by B3. Understood? Okay. Again, I am repeating. We are comparing with the current. Current will be equal to what? I1 equal to I2 equal to I3. Understood? Just like that, now heat is transferring, okay, from T1 to T4, because T1 is greater than T4. But but his heat transfer through each slab will be same. Heat transfer rate through each slab will be remain same because heat transfer is equal to what? Current. Understood? So here we have here we have connected, okay, the slab here we have connected the rectangular slab in series, and in rectangular, when the rectangular slabs are connected in series, the heat flow through each slab, the heat flow rate through each slab remain same. Understood? Now here, if you consider Q is equal to temperature difference divided by B1 A1. Okay, T2 minus T3. This is what just I have restructured this. K2 B2 को नीचे लाया अपन ने कुछ नहीं और, and is equal to T3 minus T4 divided by B3 divided by K3 A3. This is what just rearrangement. Okay, understood. Any question, any doubt, please let me know. This is a very important concept. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. So now after this, again, this is what we have rearranged the things. Okay, now but just last lecture we have discussed that this nothing but it is what resistance R1. This will be R2 and this will be what R3. Okay. So therefore, now we have rearranged this equation again. Here, if you see, Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by R1 is equal to T2 minus T3 divided by R2 is equal to T3 minus T4 divided by R3. Okay. Please simultaneously write this expression. Don't sit idle. I'm requesting you. Should I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Are you following the steps? Are you following the steps? Are you writing?
Yes, sir.
Guru Prasad, are you writing? Tanish Yadav, are you writing? Tanish Yadav.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after this, now again, this what we have just solved, that Q is equal to temperature difference divided by individual resistance. Okay. Now I can rearrange again these things. T1 minus T2, if I want to know, it will be QR and QR1. T2 minus T3 is equal to QR2 and T3 minus T4 is equal to QR3. Okay. Now if you add this equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, if you add these three equations, what you will get? If you add these three equations, what you will get? What you will get? T1 minus suppose T2 plus T2 minus T3 plus T3 minus T4. So So T2 will get cancel. T3 will get cancel. What remain? Only T1 minus T4 equal to what? Q. है ना? Q 1 by suppose R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Understood? This what you will get.
सर सीरीज है ना, रेजिस्टेंस ऐड हो गए.
Sorry, extremely sorry. Extremely sorry. Here is all. Yes. So you will finally get. You will get on adding what you will get T1 minus T4 is equal to Q R1 plus R2 plus R3. Extremely sorry, I was saying 1 by R1, that was parallel. So what we will get on adding T1 minus T4 is equal to Q into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. Now if you calculate Q, that will be what? T1 minus T4 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now, what is R1 plus R2 plus R3? It is the equivalent resistance or R thermal for this composite structure. So, we can replace Q is equal to T1 minus T4 divided by R thermal. Or Q is equal to delta T by R thermal. Understood? Any doubt? Please write down all these steps. This is very important while solving problem also. While solving problem also, you are going to need all this equation. Okay. Yes. Any doubt? Rudrani Patil? Nikhil, have you understood? Or should I repeat? Repeat करायचा है?
No, sir.
Abhishek, Gaurav Gaikwad? Elton, have you understood? Elton, are you there? Chinmay?
Yes,
Not
sir.
active. Chinmay, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Sure, 100% sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone who have not understood? Mangesh Jadhav? Elton is not there. Elton, you are absent today, okay? Mangesh Jadhav, are you writing? Who is SK? Who is SK? Suyash, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing? Suyash, are you writing? Suyash? Suyash Amrutkar,
Yes, sir.
please unmute yourself. So what will be the heat transfer equation? If can you apply Fourier's law to the second slab and tell me the equation? Suyash,
Yes, sir.
we have combined here 3 rectangular slab. Okay. Do you have diagram?
Yes, sir.
So we have combined 3 slab here. So can you apply the Fourier law of heat conduction to second slab and just tell me the equation? Is not getting. Swarali, are you there? Swarali, we have connected 3 rectangular slab, okay, in a series, and we got overall the equation for that. I am telling you, can you apply the Fourier's law for second slab and just tell me the equation? What will the Fourier's law for second slab? For that, you should have a diagram. Nikhil, can you tell me? Nikhil Ahire?
Yes, sir.
No or yes?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
अरे बेटा मी 3दा रिपीट केला आता रिपीट ना करता सुदे. So again I am repeating what we have done. We have combined 3 rectangular slab together, and when there are 2, just like the resistance can be connected in series and in parallel, okay, just like that, the slab can be connected in series and in parallel. So we are connecting first in that slab in series. So if you are connecting that 3 slabs having the conductivity K1, K2, K3 and having the thickness B1, B2, B3 in series, what will happen? The heat transfer, just like the current through each resistance will remain same, through each circuit will remain same. Just like that, the heat transfer through each slab will remain same. Okay. So here again I am telling you Q is equal to, just excuse me for this handwriting, Q1 equal to Q2 equal to what? Q3. Because heat transfer rate will remain same. So what is Q? Q is transferred due to the temperature difference of T1 and T4, and T1 is greater than T4, and therefore heat transfer Q takes place from T1 to T4. Okay, now this will be Q1, this will be Q2, and here it will be what? Q3. So what will be Q1? Q1 equal to T1, Q1 equal to Ka T1 minus T2 divided by B1. है ना? This is the what? Q1. This is the what? Q2. This is the what? Q3. So this Q, heat transfer rate, is equal to Q1, Q2 and Q3, just like current. And then what we did, we have just rearranged the things. We have done nothing new. If you rearrange the things, finally you get the Q is equal to temperature difference divided by resistance. Okay. Now R1 it depend upon what B1 divided by K1 A1, isn't it? So resistance will be different. And now if you calculate the temperature difference, okay, T1 minus T2 is equal to QR1, then T2 minus T is equal to QR2, and T3 minus T is equal to QR3. Now if you add these three equations, you will get T1 minus T4 is equal to Q R1 plus R2 plus R3. And if you calculate Q or that, you will get Q is equal to T1 minus T2 is equal to R thermal. R thermal is the equivalent resistance. In series, we are adding, and finally you will get Q is equal to delta H divided by R thermal. This is very important part of this chapter because the numericals are going to ask only on this concept. In GATE also you will find out you will find out compulsorily the question of 3 to 4 mark on the composite slabs in series. Composite slab in series. Understood? Now, if you see series versus parallel, so in series, what is same? Current remains same, and in parallel, current is addition of individual current flowing through circuit. Okay. In series, voltage get divided, but in parallel, voltage remain same. And this is a equivalent resistance for series. This is the equivalent resistance for what? Parallel. Now, in parallel, what remains same? The potential difference, or V. In parallel, potential difference remains same and current get divided. Okay. So what will be in heat transfer? Suppose it is a parallel heat transfer. Suppose these slabs are connected in parallel. Okay. Just like this one. Now this is a slab number 1, slab number 2, and slab number 3. And these three slabs are now connected in what? Parallel. Okay. So now through each slab, what will be the same? The delta T or the voltage, it will remain same. So T2 minus T1 will same. What is getting divided? The current, I1, I2 and I3. It is getting divided. Understood? So this is the what? This is the resistance in parallel. Please draw this diagram. Don't draw that red color notes. That is for your understanding. I will erase that. Please draw this diagram. If you are done with diagram, please let me know. I will proceed. So now, if you see, now the heat transfer through each slab will not remain same because we are adding the slab in parallel. So Q1 equal to T1 minus T2 divided by R1. Okay, divided by R1. Then T1 minus T2, so temperature difference will remain same. Okay, so Q2 is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by R2. Q3, what is Q3? This is a Q3, it is a again T1 minus T2 divided by R3. Okay. Anyone facing problem? I got message 1 minute. This is a problem of Google Meet. I cannot see. I have to come out of the meeting. Okay. So we have calculated Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay. Now what will be total Q? If you see at the inlet, you are providing some heat, but that heat is getting divided in Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay. Therefore, what will be the total Q? Total Q will be Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So you need to add Q1 from here, Q2 and Q3. So you will get this thing. Okay. Now, if you take T1 minus T2 common, you will get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Isn't it? But what is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3? It is a what? Equivalent resistance. That is 1 by R equivalent. So 1 by R thermal equal to, this is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Therefore, what will be Q? Q will be T1 minus T2 is equal to R thermal. That is Q is equal to delta H divided by R thermal. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Anyone, please, you can ask me doubt.
Sir, in electrical, the direction of the current matters, but so does it also matter in thermal conductivity?
Here, beta, we are considering only 1D, only in one direction. Okay. The chapter name itself is one direction heat flow in conduction.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Anyone? So have you copied these things? Shall we proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we have seen the series and parallel arrangement in a heat transfer. Okay. Because we are considering and it is approved that heat transfer and the current transfer that are same. Therefore, we are applying the series as well as parallel arrangement in heat transfer. And we have seen how the heat transfer can be calculated by assuming the series and parallel arrangement. Understood? So I told you the heat transfer is always takes place through the materials which are combination of many things, isn't it? If you considered the example of refrigerator, in refrigerator there are number of insulating materials. In refrigerator there are, on the outer structure of refrigerator you will find out outside there is a metal, but inside that metal there are number of insulating material which are used to restrict the heat transfer flow. Understood? Example is your wall. I told you example of wall. Wall is also combination of number of structures. So heat transfer will takes place through what? Each slab. Then depending upon the arrangement of that slab, arrangement of that material, you will consider whether it is in series or whether it is in parallel. Understood? Now in steam power plant, the pipe which is carrying a steam from boiler to turbine, the steam is at very high temperature, about 400 to 500 degrees Celsius, I told you. To restrict the heat transfer from that pipe to atmosphere, we are adding number of insulation. Okay, so first insulation will be suppose glass wool, second will be wood, third will be different. So now if you want to calculate the heat transfer from the steam to the atmosphere, what you are going to do? Okay, so that first steam will pass to what? Glass wool, then wood, then suppose asbestos. Are you getting? So it is in series. Therefore, it is very important to study this concept. So we will take one problem. One minute, just 1 minute. So please see, I am trying to convince you this, what is the need of studying this one. Suppose this is a pipe which is carrying a steam. This is a pipe which is carrying a steam at 500 degrees Celsius. Okay, and this is the atmosphere. It is a atmosphere which is at 35 degrees Celsius. Now there will be a direct heat transfer from steam to atmosphere because of temperature difference. Okay, so therefore what we are doing? We are applying the insulating material. What are insulating materials? Which have lower thermal conductivity. Which have lower thermal conductivity, that are what? Insulating material. So here we will suppose add wool. This will be wool. Wool is again very good insulating material. Wool, and here we are adding what? Asbestos. Okay, asbestos. Okay, asbestos. So there, to restrict the heat transfer from the steam to the atmosphere, we are adding wool, plus we are adding asbestos also over that pipe. But still the heat transfer will take place. We cannot nullify the heat transfer. Still the little heat transfer will take place. Now, in order to calculate the heat transfer from the steam to the atmosphere, okay, we should know the concept of series and parallel now, because here this is the wool 1 and this is the asbestos second. These two are in what? These two are in parallel. These two are in parallel. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Gaurav, understood?
Yes, sir.
What's the need of studying this series and parallel? So, example of composite structure, if you see, walls of buildings are a best example. Then walls of home refrigerator, insulated pipe carrying a steam, which I told you. Then walls of furnace, again walls of furnace, oven. These are the example of composite structure. Walls of cold storage, and finally hot case for food. So all these things, there is a composite structure. Okay, either in series or in parallel. Understood? Now we will take one problem. We will take one problem. A plain wall is 15 centimeter thick, of surface area 4.5 meter square. Okay. The thermal conductivity of wall is 9.5 watt per meter Kelvin. The inner and outer surface temperature of wall are maintained at 150 degrees Celsius and 45 degrees Celsius. So before determining the rest of the things, what is asked, what is given, there is one plain wall, okay, which is of 15 centimeter thick. Surface area is also given. Thermal conductivity is also given. The inner and outer temperature are also given. So this is a supposed plain wall. Okay, the inner temperature of this plain wall is at 150 degrees Celsius, and the outer temperature is suppose 45 degree Celsius. Understood? This is what given, and therefore because of this temperature difference, the heat transfer takes place through that plain wall. Okay, then what is asked? Determine heat flow rate across the wall. This is asked. Okay, what is asked? Determine the heat flow rate across the wall. Second one, what is asked? Temperature gradient in the heat flow direction. Okay. Temperature gradient in heat flow direction means dt by dx is asked, and temperature of surface at a 5 centimeter and 10 centimeter away from inner surface. look at the third point, what is asked. Look at the third point. Temperature of a surface at a 5 centimeter and at a 10 centimeter away from the inner surface. Okay. So now, because of this one is asked, so you can calculate the first two, okay, just by using the Fourier's equation, isn't it? What is Fourier's law? You can apply and you can solve this. First two. Third one, you need to consider the now 5 centimeter and 10 centimeter from the inner surface. So this is a what? This is the inner surface and this one is outer surface. Please excuse me for this handwriting because it's very difficult to write down anything here while presenting. I am writing with the help of mouse. So the total thickness of the plate, it is mentioned the plane wall is 15 centimeter in thickness. Okay, so x is equal to 15 centimeter. Then what is asked? Temperature of a surface at a 5 centimeter. So you need to consider x1. So x1 is 5 centimeter. Then 10 centimeter away from inner surface. So you have to consider x2. x2 is also what? 10 centimeter. K1, K2, K3. K1, K2, K3. These are the what? Thermal conductivity. But we are using same temperature, therefore same material. Therefore, K1 is equal to K2 is equal to K3. Okay. So K1 is equal to K2 is equal to K3. Now, what is asked in third point? Temperature of the surface at 5 centimeter. So suppose X1 is equal to 5 centimeter. So what will be temperature? It is a T2 suppose. Okay. What is temperature at 10 centimeters? So suppose from the inner surface distance is x2, x2 is 10 centimeter, and suppose the temperature is T3. Okay, so you need to find out T2 and T3. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So first we will calculate heat flow rate across the wall. So please tell me answer. What will be the heat flow rate through wall? If you understood the series concept, tell me the heat flow rate. We want to find out Q. I want the answer of Q. Write the answer of Q and your roll number. That will be attendance. Write the value. Can you see the problem? Nikhil, this problem is visible to you? Varda Kale left. Not now. Now is it visible? I want first answer. Write down answer, your roll number, and you will present and you can leave meeting. Don't ask answer to your friend. Everyone is getting answer. Same answer. Be honest with yourself, not with me. Okay, if you are honest with yourself, you will get something from this lecture. Otherwise, just copying the things will not solve the problem. Very good, Asutosh. You have done by yourself. Rohit Sawant, what you want to say? Rohit Sawant? Sanket Solanki, very good. You have calculated each. What? Can you talk to me, Sanket? Sanket, have you left? Sanket Solanki, have you left? Sanket, please unmute yourself. Gaurav, Mihir, are you still struggling or you have shared the answer?
Sir, share the answer.
Okay. So you may leave, Gaurav, now. Thank you. हा मीर
ऍक्च्युली 2 टाईपचे आन्सर्स येत आहेत.
एकच आन्सर येणार. टू बघ काय आहे. Q is equal to KA. Okay.
येस सर.
T1 minus T4. Inner minus outer divided by 15x.
हो सर, तसं केलं तर 2992 तो आन्सर येतोय. बट आपण जर ते क्यू इक्वल्स टू
तोच आन्सर आला पाहिजे ना.
पण सर क्यू इक्वल्स टू जर डेल्टा टी अपॉन आरच्या फॉर्मॅटमध्ये आणून केलं ना तर आन्सर 12675 येतोय.
Q is equal to
डेल्टा टी अपॉन
कसं
आर.
बाळा 15 डिवायडेड बाय सेमच राहणार ना. कर एकदा बरोबर.
येस सर, करतो परत.
सेमच आन्सर येणार. मिहिर,
येस सर.
उद्या बघू आपण ना बाळा. उद्या आपण डिस्कस करू हा प्रॉब्लेम. हा
येस सर, मी परत सॉल्व्ह करतो एकदा.
संकेत. अच्छा. I want to talk to Sanket Solanki because he have solved all the problem within 5 minutes. Means it is a very good what? It is a very good sign. He has a very good caliber, but I cannot connect to him. Okay. Okay, thank you. I am ending the meet.